Hello everyone, welcome to John Mac Classroom. So in this lesson, we are going to discuss the question regarding the inequalities and also the absolute value. So kindly refers to question number 1. So given we have x less than x cubed, determine the interval. So by referring to the situation, and what we have to do is to rearrange. So we have x to the power of 3 minus x greater than 0. Next is to factorize the situation. So we have x squared minus 1 greater than 0. And kindly refers to the x squared minus 1. So by using the formula, we can factorize the situation where we have x multiplied with x minus 1, x plus 1 greater than 0. So since this is the simplest form, so what we can do is to determine the sign, which is the positive sign. Next, split the situation. So we have x greater than 0, x greater than 1, x greater than negative 1. Illustrate the situation in a real number line. So we have negative 1, 0, and 1. Empty circles towards the right. Empty circles towards the right. Empty circles towards the right. Then fill up the empty space with the negative sign because we assume it is positive for the number line. So here we have negative, positive, negative, and positive. So by referring to the sign, we wish to have the positive sign. So here will be the answer. So finally, negative 1 until 0. Where negative 1 and 0 is not included, union from 1 until infinity, where the 1 is not included. By referring to the second question, given we have the situation where we have x minus 1 bracket square over 2 less than equals to 0. Determine the interval. So for this case, what we have to do is to refer to the numerator, and we have x minus 1 squared. This is always positive. Then focus on the 2, also the same, always positive. So by referring to the situation, we have the positive value over a positive value, then we will have a positive value. If refers to the question, they said that the question must be less than 0. But as we can see, for this part, I'm sure a positive value divided by a positive value, and we will have a value which is greater than 0 because it is a positive value. Only a value which is equals to 0, which is when we substitute x is equals to 1. If we substitute x equals to 1, we will obtain 0 over 2, which is equals to 0. So for this question, the only answer is x is equals to 1. By referring to question number 3, so given we have the inequalities, so what we have to do is to transfer and then at the same time equate the denominator. So x plus 2 minus 5 multiplied with x minus 2 over x minus 2 less than 0. Next is to expand and then simplify the situation. So x plus 2 minus 5x plus with the 10 over x minus 2 less than 0. Next, we have negative 4x plus with the 12 over x minus 2 less than 0. So from here, we notice that we have the simplest form, so we can determine the sign, which is the negative sign. So next is to split the situation. So we have negative 4x plus with the 12 greater than 0. X greater than 2. So rearrange the situation. So we have 4x less than 12. So from here, x is less than 3. So illustrate the situation in a real number line. So we have 2 and 3. So empty circles towards the right, empty circles towards the left. So here we have a negative sign. Finally, negative, positive, and negative. By referring to the sign, so the answer will be the negative part. So our answer will be negative infinity until 2. Where 2 is not included, union, start from 3 until infinity, and the 3 is not included. So here will be the answer for the question number 3. Kindly refers to question number 4. So given the situation where we have x minus 1 squared over 2 less than 0. So determine the interval. So repeat the case. We have x minus 1 squared and we have 2. As we all know, for these two number, it is always positive number. So since x minus 1 squared is a positive number, divide by 2, which is also a positive number. So we combine these two positive numbers, for sure we will obtain a positive number on the left. By referring to the situation, the question said the number must be less than 0. So for the right hand side, we already know it is a positive value. So for the left hand side, it is impossible for us to less than 0 because a positive value divided by a positive value, it will be a positive value. So which is greater than 0. So for this case, the answer is no solution. Next, question number 5. So for this case, we can use the definition. At the same time, we also can square both sides because for the left hand side, it's a modulus, meaning that which is always positive. And for the right hand side, we have a number which is also a positive. So if you want to square both sides, for this situation is allowed. At the same time, we also can use the definition, which is the AND case. So for example, for the definition, we will have negative 5. So x minus 2, and we have 5. So rearrange the situation, or we can simplify. So we will have x less than 5 plus with the 2, greater than negative 5 plus with the 2. So from here, x is greater than negative 3 and less than 7. So here will be the answer for the situation. So as we can see the question dimension, here we have the equal sign. So our answer will be start from negative 3 until 7 with the square bracket. Or you may square both sides for the situation. So if we square both sides, and we will have x minus 2 squared less than equals to 25. So x squared minus 4x plus with the 4 minus 21 less than equals to 0. So x minus 4x, okay, minus 21 less than equals to 0. So from here, if we factorize x minus 3, x minus 7. So for this case, less than equals to 0. So here we have the positive sign. So from here, we have the simplest form, which is the negative. So x greater equals to negative 3, x greater equals to 7. So illustrate the situation. We have negative 3 and 7. Then circle towards the right. Then circles towards the right. So here we have a negative sign. So finally, we have positive, negative, and positive. By referring to the sign, we are going to find the negative region. So the answer will be start from negative 3 until 7. So here we have the first part is the definition, and the second part is the square both sides strategy. This kindly refers to question number 6. Again, we have the inequalities questions. So first what we have to do is to transfer and then at the same time equate the denominator. So x minus 4 multiplied with 2 plus x over 2 plus x greater than 4. Next, expand the situation. So we have negative 8 minus 4x over 2 plus x greater than 0. Next is to simplify the situation. So we will have negative 3x negative 12 over 2 plus x greater than 0. So here we have the simplest form. So the sign will be the positive sign. Negative 3x minus 12 greater than 0, x greater than negative 2. So from here we have 3x less than negative 12. So x less than negative 4. So here we have the situation. So kindly illustrate the situation in a real number line, and we have negative 4 and negative 2. So empty circles towards the left, empty circles at a different level towards the right. So fill up the empty space with the negative. So we have negative, positive, and negative. By referring to the situation, we wish to have the positive region. So the answer would be start from negative 4 until negative 2, where the negative 4 and negative 2 is not included. Next, by referring to question number 7, so what we have to do is to transfer and simplify the situation. So in here we have 1 over x minus 1 greater equals to 0. Equate the denominator, 1 minus x over x greater equals to 0. So here we have the simplest form, so the sign will be the positive sign. So 1 minus x greater equals to 0, x greater than 0. So x is less than equals to 1. Illustrate the situation. So we have 0 and 1. 0, empty circle towards the right. Then circle for 1 towards the left. So fill up the negative sign. So we have negative, positive, and negative. By referring to this situation, we wish to have the positive region. So the answer would be start from 0 until 1, where 0 is not included. For the question number 8, again, it is an inequalities questions. So what we have to do is to transfer and at the same time equate the denominator. So we have 2 multiplied with x plus 1 minus x minus 1 over x minus 1 multiplied with x plus 1 less than 0. Expand and simplify. So we have 2x minus with the x plus 2 plus with the 1 over x minus 1 x plus 1. So do remember, do not expand the denominator. So we have x plus 3 over x minus 1 x plus 1. So select the sign. We have the negative sign. So x greater than negative 3, x greater than 1, x greater than negative 1. Illustrate the situation in a real number line. So here we have negative 3 followed by negative 1 and we have 1. So empty circles towards the right, empty circles towards the right, empty circle towards the right. So we have 3 layer or 3 level. So fill up the negative sign. So we are negative, positive, negative and positive. So we are going to select the negative region because of this part. So the answer, negative infinity until negative 3. Negative 3 is not included. Union, negative 1 until 1. When negative 1 and 1 is not included. So here we have the answer for question number 8. So for question number 9, we have the situation modulus of x plus 3 greater equals to 5 minus 2x. And the question said the first step of solving this question is square both sides. True or false? So for this case, we are not allowed to square both sides because for the left hand side, we have the situation always positive, but for the right hand side, the situation is not always positive. So we are not allowed to use the strategy which is the square both sides. So the only way to solve this kind of question is to using the definition. So here we have the definition. Or case. By answering the question, we are not allowed to square both sides. So the answer is false. Next, focus on the solution. So x plus 3 greater equals to 5 minus 2x, or we have x plus 3 less than equals to negative bracket 5 minus 2x. So here will be the proper way to find the solution for these questions. So rearrange the situation. So we have 3x greater equals to 2. So x greater equals to 2 over 3. Focus on the left hand side. So x plus 3 less than equals to, we have 2x minus 5. So rearrange. So we will have 8 and we have x. So x is greater equals to 8. So illustrate the situation in a number line. So we have 2 over 3 and 8. So then circle towards the right. Then circle towards the right. And we have the OR case. So we need to shade the region. So the answer will be this part. So the final answer for the question number 9 would be start from 2 over 3 until infinity. So this is the answer for question number 9. Next, by referring to question number 10. So given we have the modulus 5x minus 7 greater than equals to 3x plus 1 is equivalent to, we have the definition, which is 5x minus 7 greater than 3x plus 1 and 5x minus 7 less than negative bracket 3x plus 1. Is the situation true or false? So in here, for the case 5x minus 7, we have a modulus for the left hand side, 3x plus 1. So for this case, it is a OR case. So 5x minus 7 greater equals to 3x plus 1, or 5x minus 7 less than equals to negative bracket 3x plus 1. So here we have the situation. So for this case, the situation is false. Number 1, because there is no equal sign. Number 2, here should be OR case. So the answer will be false answer. Next, we are going to focus on the solution. So here we have 2x greater equals to 8. X greater equals to 4. Next, left hand side. Next, right hand side, we have 5x minus 7 less than equals to negative 3x minus 1. So we have 8x less than equals to, we have 6 on the right. X is less than equals to 6 over 8, where we have x less than equals to 3 over 4. So illustrate the situation. 3 over 4 and 4. So then circle towards the left, then circles towards the right. And we have the OR case, so we need to shaded the region. So the answer for this question would be negative infinity until 3/4, union from 4 until infinity. So here we are, and thanks for watching.